For decades, they told us a lie. They said Igboland cannot have a seaport, that the rivers are too shallow, the land too far inland, and the politics too complicated. But what if everything you were told was designed to keep a region disconnected from the world?
For what you are doing in our state through our governor, and what you are doing around the southeast. But I must say, it's about time, Mr. President, that we have another port in the southeast. Southeast are traders. We need a port so that our trading will be enhanced. Mr. President, I also want to say that the destruction, demolition of the houses, of the offices of our brothers in Lagos makes our heart bleed.
Today on Update People TV, we uncover the untold truth about the Igbo Seaport's dream, the economic key that could transform eastern Nigeria and perhaps the entire nation. Since independence, Nigeria's maritime narrative has been dominated by two cities, Lagos and Port Harcourt. Every other port proposal, especially in the southeast, is met with the same cold response. It's not feasible, it's too expensive, the rivers are not deep enough. But have you ever wondered why this impossibility only applies to Igboland and not to regions with the same or even lesser geographical features? Because here's the truth: rivers flow through Igboland, industries thrive in these cities, and trade defines its people. Yet somehow the myth continues: no seaport for the East. Long before Nigeria became a country, the Igbo man was already a merchant. From the ancient Aro traders to the modern-day business moguls of Aba and Nnewi, commerce flows in Igbo DNA. Onitsha hosts one of the largest markets in West Africa. Aba produces everything from shoes to machinery. Nnewi builds car parts that even foreign companies import. And yet, goods that could have been exported directly from the east must travel hundreds of kilometers to Lagos, only to return back east as imports. Does that sound like progress or punishment?
After my meeting with Ohaneze Youth Council stakeholders in Anambra, I said that I need to come to this place. This is Osokwa, Orash River. It's a potential seaport. It's the closest we have in Nigeria and also in West Africa. This river now, as you can see, from this river to Atlantic Ocean is just 18 nautical miles, and I think it has time for the Igbo leaders, Igbo political elites, to rise up and embrace this challenge. And also, we cannot continue to believe that Igbo is landlocked. It's not true. It's not true. As you can see, this is a potential seaport. So I believe that the federal government need to do something about it, because there is no seaport, functional seaport in Igboland. I think something must be done, because this place is part of Nigeria, and
Let's talk geography. Because facts don't bend to propaganda, the River Niger, one of Africa's longest rivers, flows majestically through Anambra and Delta states, passing towns like Onitsha, Asaba, and Oguta. In maritime terms, this is gold, a navigable river connected to the Atlantic Ocean through the Niger Delta means one thing: access to the sea. If ships can reach Lokoja in Kogi State, far inland, then why can't they reach Onitsha, which is even closer to the ocean? The answer is simple. It's not about possibility, it's about politics. Since the 1960s, several proposals for an eastern seaport have surfaced, from the Onitsha River port to the Oguta inland port, and more recently, the Azumini Blue River project near Aba.
No week we do not receive visitors, some of them coming from other parts of Africa, some of them coming from Europe, America, Asia. So even today, I received a written proposal from a Chinese company that we had been engaging with on the development of a seaport. We found that we are about 19 kilometers from the high sea, so that it requires a lot of dredging before you get to the same dock area that you are talking about, where we propose the seaport. So what am I saying? I'm saying that we have in mind to make this place a tourist attraction, but we want to build the fundamentals first. If you don't have access road, if you don't have good hospitals, if you don't have good schools, if you don't have a clean environment, if you cannot process your waste to something, then you can be talking about tourist attraction. If you don't have good hotels, for instance. So those are the prerequisites. So direct answer to you, we have plans, but we don't think it has matured at this time, so we are not making so much noise about tourist potentials of Abia State. There's a whole lot of other, the museum, the Arochukwu, Long Juju and all that. There are a lot of things that we have here that will attract people. But let us do the fundamental things first, and then we can now get to that. Thank you.
Each time, studies confirmed feasibility, engineers nodded, economists cheered, but somehow approvals stalled, funds disappeared and excuses multiplied. They said the river was too shallow, yet dredging projects happen every day in other regions. They said the East does not need a port, yet 40% of Nigeria's importers are from the East. They said it's not viable, yet billions are lost yearly transporting goods from Lagos back to the East. If that's not politics, then what is? A seaport is not just a dock, it's an ecosystem, a heartbeat of trade. It creates jobs, drives manufacturing, fuels logistics, and attracts foreign investment. Imagine Aba manufacturers exporting leather goods directly to Europe.
See this back now. This was going to Tanzania. About the Kalilas, come. You see this one na Cotonou. That's how we the river Cotonou. Come on, go carry the camera, come, bro. Boy, in our here, about product, we the Kalilas. About the man no day now. But this boy now they go Cotonou. This bag is moving to Cotonou ASAP. We know the Kalilas. Carry the camera, come. Carry the camera, come, bro. You see, this one is ready. This one is ready. We are moving to Ghana. Ghana, 2 seconds. You know the lowest time. About the Kalilas. If I tell you, know they believe. I come here, come. It is this is Cameroon back, bro. About the river, which country? Cameroon, I live the boy.
Nnewi factories shipping spare parts to Ghana. Onitsha traders importing containers straight from China without detouring through Lagos. The cost of goods will drop, jobs will multiply, transportation will modernize. That's not just an Igbo victory, it's a national transformation. Geographically, Igboland sits at a crossroads. From Enugu State, you can reach Abuja in less than a day. From Onitsha, you connect to Benin, Asaba and Warri. From Aba, you reach Port Harcourt, Calabar and even Cameroon. This makes the East the most connected region for inland logistics, perfect for a major port-linked transport hub. So, why is such a strategic region still waiting at the shore of development while others sail freely? Here is debunking the myths. Myth number 1. The rivers are too shallow. Well, the fact is, rivers across Nigeria are seasonal. Dredging solves this. Even the river Niger has been dredged before, but maintenance stopped due to political neglect. Myth number 2. The East is too inland. Well, the fact is, Onitsha is closer to the Atlantic than Lokoja, where ships already reach. Myth number 3. Security and terrain are problems. Here is the fact. Modern technology handles this easily. The real insecurity is economic neglect, not geography. Myth number 4. It's too expensive. Well, the fact is, Nigeria spends billions yearly fixing Lagos port congestion. A single eastern seaport will reduce those losses within 5 years. So tell me, are these reasons or excuses? The Igbo spirit has never depended on permission to progress. From rebuilding after the Civil War to conquering global trade, the East has always turned obstacles into opportunity. But imagine what would happen if that same spirit had full access to maritime trade. If every young innovator in Aba could ship products worldwide under the tag Made in Igboland. It's not just about containers and cranes, it's about dignity, about balance and national justice. With proper investment, an Igbo Seaport could emerge as West Africa's next logistics hub to connect to inland dry ports, integrate with new expressways and link up with regional trade agreements like African Continental Free Trade Area. A functional port in Oguta, Onitsha or Azumini would not only boost Nigeria's GDP, it would decentralize development and reduce over-dependence on Lagos State. Why build a nation of 2 functioning ports when we can have 5? Why trap prosperity in a corner when every region can contribute to growth? The world is changing fast. Global trade is digital. Logistics is the new oil. And nations that control trade routes control destiny. So to every Igbo son and daughter, and to every Nigerian who believes in fairness, it's time to ask again, why can't the East have a seaport? Who benefits when it doesn't? And what will it take to build one? Because until that question is answered with action, Nigeria's economy will remain one-legged and her unity incomplete. A seaport in Igboland is not a dream. It's a demand of logic, equity and vision. It's not a favor, it's a right. The same river that carried our canoes centuries ago can carry our ships today. This is not just about the East, it's about Nigeria's destiny. Let's start the conversation. Share this video, talk about it, because the future of the East is the future of us all. Update People TV, educating minds, inspiring change. Subscribe, like and share.
Blue River. As you can see, this river is
only 25 nautical miles per Atlantic Ocean, and I think the Igbo people need to tap the potential in this river. This river must be dredged, and I think the humiliation the Igbo people are facing in Lagos because of the lack of functional seaports in Igbo territory. What we are saying today and what Ohaneze Youth Council will do, we must champion this campaign. We must tell our leaders, we must tell our governors, we will tell our senators the need of this river, that it must be dredged. I thank God for blessing the Igbo people with this kind of river. So I think by the special grace of God, we will launch a campaign for a functional seaport in Igboland, which Azumini Blue River is one of it. Thank you. God bless you.